So the next topic is how TV influenced my life, which I think is a really nice topic because I really get around a lot of people has who have relations to with TV in any form, either fixing TV or being on TV or being a journalist writing about news. So so I think it wasn't difficult for me to write anything about the TV. The only thing is that Seabest wants you to write a real detailed story about your experience with TV, and I probably, as far as I could think about my experience with TV, I wasn't really able to write that the story that long. But I tried, so maybe I will write it better later. So how Seabest wants us to write. I like TV. It is relaxing after a hard day, and the quotation above is correct. TV has enabled us to see places we've never gotten to go, and has made possible a global village. But it has its dark side too. My experience with TV is, I would say, more positive still. Even though I would call my essay "How Kind of TV Ruined My Life." But anyway, I love TV. It provides me with necessary excitement at home after a long day at work. It makes dull life much brighter, but I have to admit that TV destroyed my personal life because I spent so much time watching TV that it somehow consumed some time. Maybe I have to rephrase it, maybe it shouldn't be that kind of sharp expression, but it still, I think, sounds pretty good. So, what else? What Seabest wants us to write? Take, for example, the case of Daryl, who is in 1989 married Sherry, a good friend of mine. The wedding was lovely, held outdoors to the music of guitars and tambourines on a sunlit spring day. All the friends present. I'd flown in from 1,000 miles away just for the wedding, so it was a couple of years before I made it back to visit them again. By that time, they'd bought a small two-bedroom house and had acquired a cat, an orange-striped, 15-pound scrapper named Chester. Okay, so what I write, my personal experience with TV. Since I was a little kid, I was always a big fan of TV. I would watch all TV series, news, and music channels in the evening. My parents let me watch TV all the time. I had TV in the living room. Later, we had it in the kitchen, and finally, I had my own TV in my bedroom. I so loved TV that I could watch it during the dinner time, sitting in the chair or laying down on my belly. Even after we acquired a cat, which also liked to sit by the TV box and even look at the screen, pretending it's watching moving pictures on the watching the moving pictures. So basically, I kind of shortened it because I don't know why they actually. I still don't understand why they wrote it that um, the couple was married and how it was married. Maybe what they're trying to say that it's so extremely personal that it's all basically what the viewers, the audience makes out of the TV. We are at no chance should be so submissive to just watching TV, and people from TV box shouldn't be telling us what to do. So basically, maybe that's why they're writing this. I don't know. Maybe I have to recall some kind of personal story. Somehow highlight this that, of course, I won't learn anything from TV. Truly, hardly anything. But anyway, I kind of jumped into TV story, just talking about basically TV box. But anyway, so yeah, and I wrote about the cat too. So I wrote this story about TV and me since I was a child. What happens next in Seabest? But I had been in their home only hours before I realized something was wrong. During supper, Daryl was cordial and seemed glad to have me there. We had pasta and wine and talked about old times. After supper, he excused himself and went into the family room and turned on the TV. Over coffee, Sherry told me he was addicted to channel for hours. She told me that the addiction had come on gradually. We used to take nature walks and go to museums, but not anymore. Well, I had a little bit more positive experience with TV. For example, what I write. But after I finished school and started working, these things went wrong. I knew that I can have a TV box after I split away from my parents. I had only a few TV channels on my cable. I spent hours trying to find the right program on TV I had. After I found the right channel and the program to watch, I could watch it for several hours. I spent 2 years doing the same thing over and over until my boss told me that I habitually look tired in the morning, which made me think that I have to go out in the evening and exercise instead of watching TV. Instead, on the weekend, I could catch up with my unused time of watching TV and follow the channels, say National Geographic, for hours. Well, yeah, it's kind of. I think the problem with my essay that I really stress out on TV channels and the way that basically, like, it seemed to me that I really watch it a lot. But I think watching TV 1 or 2 hours, it's kind of considered a little bit too long. But since I was single and I was really just living on my own and I was young, relatively young, so I really had a lot of fun watching TV every evening. Um, so I really think that I probably have to write more personal kind of details within my essay, and I will have to really strongly think about it. Um, so she writes that he became an addict, and I also gonna mention my essay that I also think that I was a bit, maybe because of the TV series I have to watch it every day. But what else was I write? And sure enough, the whole weekend I was visiting, Daryl spent most of the time in front of the TV. He watched good shows and bad, sitcoms and specials and old movies. The old movies kept him up until 2 a.m. on both Friday and Saturday night. They are having a Fred Astaire marathon. He explained over breakfast on Friday night. They are having a Fred Astaire marathon. He explained over breakfast on Sunday. That Fred Astaire is something else. So basically, what I think what they are talking about is really like real marginal case. The person really disregards his own family, disregards guests, doing anything like spending hours and hours and hours watching TV. I don't think it was too bad, but still kind of watch TV, maybe just doing it on the computer. But anyway, what I write next? Somehow my project at work was discontinued and I forgot watching TV so much in a few years. I don't think watching TV was an issue at work, but I'm still considering how I could have been productive without watching TV. I still watch TV from time to time. I'm forbidden watching TV a lot, so this is not finished. So I still watch TV from time to time. All TV shows and TV series discontinued, and now there are more, even more interesting. I still keep my old TV boxes and fix them with great interest. It is really cool to have a new flat screen TV and many channels. I really think I was TV addict for a while. It is a great leisure time, the source of positive emotions and knowledge. So, and I don't know, I cannot write as much as the writers do, but what else do they write? A couple of years later, She called me in tears to tell me she couldn't stand it anymore. I filed for divorce, she said. I can compete with Barbara Walters and that guy on the travel channel. I can't even compete with the dog food commercials. I had some vacation coming from my job, so I flew back to cheer her up. By the time I got there, she and Daryl had already moved out of their house, and she just had a few things to pick up from Daryl's apartment that he had packed, but decided he didn't want. He given Cherry key to the apartment because the divorce really was friendly, so we let ourselves in. The main light was soft, blue from the TV. Um, he waved at us cheerfully and burst into laughter. He was watching funniest home videos. This guy is a hoot, was all he said to me after not having seen me for 2 years. Do you watch this show? Yeah, I think this is really really funny. I don't think TV is Daryl's only problem, but I do suspect his constant chatter keeps him from facing his demons. It's passive medium. Even the Explorer channel, which makes you feel you made a trip to like Sri Lanka, although you never saw how brilliant the sunlight can be in that part of the world or feel the warm sand under their feet. Daryl didn't say one last thing to Sherry as we were preparing to leave. After we gathered up a bag of leftover stuff, flushed chest, she leaned down to kiss him and bumped the remote. A flickering took place on the TV screen, yellow lines and text something about an adjustment being needed. Oh, watch out, honey, Daryl said, grabbing the remote and punching some buttons. You'll mess up the colors.